back to my channel. My name is Philomena. If you're new here, karibu sana. And this has been Ilomic, where we live, we love, and we grow in grace. Today we're going to talk about the depression, the sadness, the funk that comes with not attaining certain goals in life, not having a certain success that we hoped to have at some point in our lives, that whole thing. And sometimes if you haven't gotten there, if you've never been there, so let me tell you what sometimes happens. Sometimes people get depressed because they didn't attain a certain goal that they set for themselves at a certain point in life. They haven't gotten a job 6 months after they finished school, and they expected to have gotten a job by that time. If they don't get a grade in a certain exam that they hoped to do well in, or because they've been told, if you don't get this grade, then we will not proceed wasting our money on you, or whatever it is that crazy things that people get told so that they can not believe in themselves. It happens. Sometimes it is so bad that people even desire to kill themselves and end their lives. It is the same. Sometimes I just want to hear what the story is, like what is it that they've been told before they come to that place, and or is that the only thing that is causing them to want to kill themselves and want to end their lives? Because for you to get into that kind of darkness where you want to end your life, where you think that death is the only place that you feel safe, there must be something behind that. It is not just you didn't get that grade. It is not just it is 6 months or 1 year or 2 years after finishing school, you're expected to be having a job. You have applied to 100 places plus, and you still haven't gotten the job that you wanted. I feel like there's usually something more to that story than we get to hear. And the thing that I just want to say about this is, if you're in that place and you feel like you want to kill yourself, or you are depressed, or you're sad, or you're angry at this life and with God, if you're in that place where it feels like nothing could save you at this point, where you feel dark and alone and not understood, is please don't do something crazy because of reading a script that is not even yours. And this is what I mean by that. Don't kill yourself because society says that after finishing school you should get a job, and therefore if you haven't gotten a job, you're either useless, you are not doing enough to get yourself a job, or I don't know, something crazy. Just don't kill yourself because society tells you, and by society I mean even the people closest to you, if they're saying that your D is not enough for you to set your life as everyone else should. So don't end your script by reading a script that is not written for you. Don't end your life. I mean, life is hard enough for us to live by reading someone else's script, a script that is probably not even given to them by God, that we have to live by the society's script. And whatever it is that is happening to you, first of all, and I know this sounds like cliche, but I want you to be aware that God knows that it is happening to you. And I want you to come to a place. I would really, really ask you, if I met you right now, I would really, really ask you to try and come to a place where you are aware that, God knows that you're in this place, and God also um, is probably just calling you to be in this place, for you to honor this place, for you to honor him in this place, for you to be faithful in this place, for you to be strong enough, not even strong enough, for you to be accepting of the help that he is giving you, so that you can be strong enough to carry the cross that you are being called to carry in this place. And it may be hard, it may be very dark, but I want you to know that even though you feel like no one else is there with you, God is there with you, and God knows what it is that you're going through. And there's nothing that is happening to you that God is not allowing for it to happen to you. When Job suffered everything that he suffered, God knew all about it, and God allowed the devil to test him, because he the devil didn't know that, that was like, he didn't know the kind of strength that Job had, but God knew the kind of strength that Job had, and he had no doubts whatsoever that he was going to win this battle with, the devil. And you can win this, and you can get through this, and forget about everything else and just focus on God. And when you feel like there's no more strength for you, like it is ending for you, like there's nothing here for you, I don't know what script you're reading from, but if you read from the script of God, you are not dead, and that means he still is not done with you. If God is going to be there with you, just please trust and pray. If you believe in any, and if you don't, please find something that you can believe in that gives you that strength. For me, and for Christians and Muslims, that is God. That is where we get our strength from. And I am telling you, if you can, at this very moment, just pray while you're also praying that you get the job that you want, and maybe that you get the grade that you want, or that you get to create the life that you desire for yourself. Also pray that in this place, that where you're feeling confused, helpless, hopeless, in this place where you're in a funk, that you get to see the glory of God, that you get to see his strength, and that you get to feel his presence, so that you don't feel alone, and that whatever temptations you're having, crazy temptations you're having, that you can get through them. Look, I am not a psychologist, and I don't know the best way to put this, but I do know that there's someone there who needs to know that, I don't know if it's being understood or whatever it is that you do need, because I have been there, and I have not wanted to talk to someone because I felt like, what do they know? How are they going to understand me? Um, and also because I didn't want to hear, stop worrying, your job is just going to come, see you what, because I know it. It's not that I don't know it, but I'm in a funk, and I don't know how to get myself out of that. And while it may get better, while two days later, a month later, a year later, it may get better, right now it is not okay. And therefore I didn't want to hear that it will get okay. I just wanted a solution for getting through right now. And I will tell you, my best way that I have had to deal with it, and that I keep dealing with it, because this funk never ends. Some days are good, some days are bad, but I have to get through it. And I have told myself, I don't care what you're going through, but we are going to get good. You're going to get through this. The thing that helped me was just really being open with God and telling him, you know what, this, first of all, this is your life. You created this life. That means you're going to provide for it. And one of the parts that you need to provide it for it right now is to trust in you, is to trust in your strength, is to trust that you're going to bring me to a place where I find joy and happiness, and that I can experience your abundance and experience your presence, and in a way that no one can ever make me feel, because you're the only person that understands what it is that I'm going through, because you're there with me in my every thought, as I sleep and as I wake up, as I walk and as I rest. You're there with me, and therefore I am trusting you, and I am praying that you get me out of this. And sometimes it gets crazy. There's this day that I just said, you know what, I was in the church, so I said, I am not getting out of this church until I feel better, because I can't make myself better, and I came here to feel better because it is hard and I need help. So help me get better right now before I get out of here. And I am telling you, by the time I got out of there, I was feeling so much better. And I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes you have to get there with God. Sometimes you have to go crazy with him and tell him, you know what, I can't do this alone, and I need your help, and I really do surrender, because I can't do this alone. I don't even know where to start to do this alone. So come to a place where you can trust God. You can let him heal you. You can let him give you strength. You can just let him hold you, and in a way that no arms can ever hold you. You can let him console you in ways that no one can ever console you. You can let him hear you in every way you want to be heard. You can let him embrace you in a way that no one can ever embrace you. You've got to come to that place, and I hope that you realize when that is, and when it's then happens, that you're open to that, and that be really open with him, so that you don't again come to a place where you have to read the society scripts, or other people's scripts, or other people's opinions scripts, but also just read from the script of God, and where he's calling you to be right now, so that he can create your life from where you are, from your grade that you feel that is bad, or from your situation of being jobless, that you feel is really bad, or from a place where your relationships are breaking, and it is just too hard for you to go through that, or from a place where of brokenness, where you feel like you're alone and no one gets you, and nothing is just going right for you, that you from there, that becomes your turning point, where you know read from God's script about how he intends to use this space and this situation to turn you to himself, so that you can start serving him and start living every bit of the purpose that he has created for you, and for such a time. So thank you for being here with me. I hope this helps someone, and if you know someone who can really benefit from it, please, wow, please please share with them, and when they're ready to talk, please be with them there. And if they're not ready to talk, please don't force them, because sometimes you just don't want to talk, but you can use someone being just seated there and saying really nothing. Yeah, it is crazy. If you if you haven't been there, it is crazy. um so don't force someone out of, they will get out when they are ready to get out. But if you really do believe that they need help, professional help, it may be important for you to get them that, because before it turns wild and crazy. um so if whatever help you can give, and whatever help they are willing to take, but also when they are not willing to take whatever help that they need, then give them that. So yeah, if you like this video, please share. Thank you for being here with me, and see you next week. Oh, and also, I really do desire right now to start filming things about hair, but I don't know where to start. So if you have any requests about hair, natural or otherwise, please um let me know in the comment section. Also, this my email is on the description box, and also um my Instagram DMs and Facebook. You can catch me anywhere. So yeah, see you guys. Bye bye. I love you so